Hello everyone. So we shall continue our series on the thermodynamics. Okay, the question series on thermodynamics, and in the part one of this entropy based problems, we see a question based on the reversible heat pump and the compression of air. Right, we calculated the entropy changes, the rate of entropy changes for both the system, and today we shall see some more interesting problems based on the entropy concept. Right, so let's begin with our question number 1 of this video, which is this. So guys, the problem says that we have an ideal gas which with a Cp of, that is the specific heat at constant pressure, which is 7 by 2 times of the R, is heated in a steady flow heat exchanger. So guys, here you can see a steady flow heat exchanger. The the exchange of heat comes from actually the air. This gas, the ideal gas, is heated from 70 degrees centigrade to 190 degree centigrade by another stream of the same ideal gas. So please remember this given information. We have an ideal gas, and the stream with which it is heated is also the same stream, right? It is also the ideal gas which enters actually at 320 degrees centigrade. The flow rates of the stream of the two streams are the same. Obviously the m value is given up to be same, and because these are same, the Cp value would also be same, right? And we have three parts of this problem. The first part says that we have to calculate the molar entropy changes of the two gas stream for both the parallel and the counter current flow in the heat exchanger. So we have to see that by actually changing the directions of the stream, right, making from parallel to counter flow or vice versa, how the molar entropy is going to change. And in the second part we have to calculate the total entropy change in each case, right? And in the third part we have to repeat the above two parts for the counter flow stream if now the heating stream enters at 200 degrees centigrade, right? In the first part we have heating stream entering at 320. In the second, in this part, that is C part, the heated stream is entering at 200 degrees centigrade. So guys, you can pause the video, try to do it one on your own, and then you please see this solution which is coming up your way. So this is the solution, right? We have two streams, right? We have to check it for the parallel flow and the counter current flow. So you can see by the basic of the heat exchanger, this is the counter current flow, right? And the lower one is the parallel flow. This is the parallel flow of the two stream, the hot stream and the cold stream. This red curve is showing the hot stream, the blue one is showing the sorry, you please change the direction. This is downwards, right? And yes, it is also downward. Please correct this, right? So guys, बढ़ते हैं, start करते हैं solve करना. पहले given stream लिख लेते हैं. So if I talk about the counter current flow, so hot stream enters at 320 degrees centigrade, right? And the cold streams enters at 70 degrees centigrade. It leaves at 190 degrees centigrade. So guys, हमको hot stream का outlet temperature given नहीं है, so we have to first find out that, right? Similarly parallel flow के लिए भी इसको लिख सकते हैं given information को 320 degree centigrade, and it will go from 70 to 190 degrees centigrade, right? So this is the given information. First we will find out the final temperature of the hot stream, right? And you please see that the m and Cp values are equal for both these streams. So if we just equate the energies, right? If we equate the energies, specific heats, right? So we can simply see the temperature differences, right? So T initial minus T final for the first stream, right? That is the hot stream, is equal to what? T initial minus T final for the cold stream, or 2 we can write out in any of the, किसी भी तरह से हम लोग किसी भी nomenclature को use करके यहाँ पर लिख सकते हैं. So TF for the hot stream, that is the 2 number, right, will come up to be how much? It is coming up to be 200 degrees centigrade, guys, right? And if you just write it in kelvins, because to calculate the entropies, we have to use the absolute temperatures. So the absolute temperature will be there in kelvins only, so the temperature will be 473.15 kelvins, right? So this is the temperature that we have, right? Since both the streams have same substances, that is the ideal gas, the rise in temperature of one stream, the rise in temperature of the cold stream will be equal to the drop in temperature of the hot stream, right? So let's now calculate the entropy changes for the first stream, that is the hot stream first, right? So if I calculate that, the answers, okay, so the formulas will be very simple, right? Cp ln T final over T initial, right? T final over T initial. So if I talk about let's talk about first stream, that is the hot stream basically, right? So if I talk about the hot stream, Cp value is 7 by 2 times of R, it is given in the problem, guys, it is given in the problem. So T final for the hot stream will be what? T final for the hot stream will be this 473.15 divided by, I just write it in another way, multiplied by ln of how much? Ln of the division is this 473, this is the final temperature of the hot stream, and the initial temperature is what? The initial temperature is 593.15, right? So if we calculate it, the answer will come up to be minus 6.577. I have already calculated them, and you please try to calculate them on your own. So this is the entropy change for the hot stream. Let's see the entropy change for the cold stream, right? For the cold stream, the entropy change will be, the formula remains same, okay? Temperature final over temperature initial, right? And if we do that, the answer will come up to be 8.726 joules per moles per Kelvin, right? So this is the entropy change in the cold stream, right? Now let's calculate the total entropy change, which is the part B, right? So the part B, for the part B, the answer will be simply this 8.726 minus 6.577, and the answer will come up to be 2.15. So this is the total entropy change. This is the total entropy change, right? So guys, the question also asks about the comparison of the parallel arrangement and the counter current arrangement. Okay, so guys, actually the result is going to be the same. The result is going to be the change in both the parallel and the counter flow, right? Actually the result would depend on the direction of flow if we have potential energy considerations, right? If we have potential energy consideration. But actually what happens, क्या होता है guys, जो counter flow arrangement है, उसमें जो molecules हैं वो collide करते हैं because they are coming up towards each other, okay, from the different directions, ठीक है? तो वो जब एक दूसरे के साथ टकराते हैं, so the thermal exchange process, or I should say thermalization process, right? I should write this. The thermalization process is actually faster if we talk about the counter current case because of more number of collisions. But actually what happens if I talk about this entropy change phenomena, this entropy change will depend not on the process that is happening in transit, it will depend on the end, okay, it will depend on the final state, okay, because it's a state function and not a path function, because this is this we have divided it by a temperature, okay, so it becomes not a path function but a state function, ठीक है? सो एंट्रोपी गाइज स्टेट फंक्शन होता है तो वो फाइनल स्टेट पे डिपेंड करेगा, जो कि बोथ केसेस में पैरेलल और काउंटर फ्लो अरेंजमेंट में सेम आने वाला है, राइट? सो गाइज पार्ट जो सी है वो मैं आपके लिए छोड़ता हूँ, आप लोग कर सकते हो इसको, यू जस्ट हैव टू चेंज द आउटलेट टेम्परेचर, ठीक है? तो आपको काउंटर फ्लो अरेंजमेंट लेना है एंड यू जस्ट नीड टू रिप्लेस the inlet temperature of the hot stream from 320 to 200 degree centigrade and do all these things in the same manner, right? And the part C answer, I am just giving you the answer of part C. The total entropy change that you may be calculating will come up to be 0.21 joules per moles per Kelvin. So guys, ये मैंने आपको यहाँ आंसर बता दिया है. आपके आंसर आते हैं या नहीं आते हैं तो आप कमेंट बॉक्स में ये जरूर लिखिएगा, राइट? Let's move on to our next problem, guys. Let's move on to our next problem, which is this. So in this problem, it says, you can see the diagram, you can see the plot, you can see the TS plot, right? Temperature versus entropy plot. And what we have to do in this, we have to determine the heat transfer in kilojoules per kg, right? For this reversible process 1, 2, 3, as shown in the figure. You can see the figure, right? So what we will be doing here, we actually, you can see that since the entropy change from 2 to 3, okay, is 0, right? There is no entropy change, the entropy is constant from 2 to 3. So the heat transfer, if I talk about 1 to 3, only 1 to 2 heat will be contributing here. So you can find out 1 to 2 energy, right? Energy heat transfer, right? This will simply be TdS, right, from state 1 to state 2, right? And because you can see the linear relationship, the linear change here from 1 to 2, you please can write for the temperature, this is simply the average temperature, right, multiply by the entropy change, right? The entropy change, that is S2 minus S1, right? S2 we know that it is 1 and S1 is 0.3, you can see this, right? And if I talk about the temperatures, you know both the temperatures, right? And simply what you have to do, first thing first, please remember that you have to use the temperatures in absolute value, that is 600 plus 273. तो guys, हमेशा याद रखना जब भी एंट्रोपी का क्वेश्चन आए, हमेशा टेम्परेचर को आप एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू, दैट इज केल्विन्स में चेंज करके ही यूज करेंगे, राइट? सो दिस इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट एंड हियर द आंसर विल कम अप टू बी 471 kilojoules per kg, right? So this is the heat transfer for the reversible process 1 to 3, where 2 3 is not contributing and only 1 to 2 heat transfer is contributing. So guys, this was our problem number 2 and let's see our last problem for the day, that is problem number 3. Okay, so in this problem, in this amazing problem, this is a previous year's problem from GATE chemical engineering, right? The problem says that we have to consider a binary liquid mixture at constant temperature T and pressure P. If the enthalpy change of mixing is given up to be this, delta H is equal to 5x1 x2, where x1 and x2 are the mole fraction of species 1 and 2 respectively, we have to find out, actually it is given in the problem, the entropy change of mixing is also given to you, right? The entropy change of mixing is given and it is asked that you have to find out the minimum value of the Gibbs free energy change of mixing at 300 kelvins. Okay, so we have to find out that the minimum value of Gibbs free energy, right? So guys, to proceed in this problem, we have to first write down the definition, the basic formula, the basic relationship for the Gibbs free energy, right? And the delta G can be written as what? The delta G can be written as delta H minus T delta S. So we have to find out the minimum value at a constant temperature, that is temperature is to be taken as constant, right? So this is one thing. Now you can substitute the values, right? You can substitute delta H, you can substitute delta S. So the delta H value is given up to be 5x1 x2 minus, or it will come up to be plus, because the delta S values are given up in minus, right? So it will come up to be plus, so plus R times of T, right, multiplied by x1 ln x1 plus x2 ln of x2. So guys, this is our simplified thing. Now since we have to find out the minimum value, right? The minimum value of the Gibbs free energy, and to find out the minimum or maximum value, you have to substitute, you have to actually differentiate this term, okay, delta G with respect to x1, right, with respect to maybe x1 or x2, right? So let's just do this with x1. So we have to do this del of delta G, okay, we have to differentiate it with respect to x1, right, and you have to do that and equate actually it to 0, right. When you equate it to 0, you will get the value, okay, you will get the value. It is actually asked that we have to find out the minimum value of the Gibbs free energy change of mixing. Actually we have to find out the minimum value of maybe x, right, maybe x value. For that this Gibbs free energy will be minimum, right. We have to find out that x1, right, this x1, this is x1, right. X1 is equal to 0 or x1 equal to 0.2 or x1 equal to 0.4 or x1 equal to 0.5. We have to find out the x1 value actually at which the Gibbs free energy change of mixing will be minimum, right. And we have to do that. Let's differentiate this equation, right. To differentiate first guys, यहाँ पर आप क्या कर सकते हैं, यहाँ पर x2 को रिप्लेस करेंगे 1 minus x1 से, right. Here also you will replace x2 by 1 minus x1, जिससे कि पूरी इक्वेशन, पूरी रिलेशनशिप हमारा x1 के टर्म्स में आ जाए, right. And then you will differentiate it, and you have to just equate it to 0, right. So after just equating and differentiating, in final the final relationship that will come up to be will be this 5 minus 10 x1 after differentiating with respect to x1 and equating to 0 guys. The answer that will come up is this. I am not giving you the total calculations, you can do that, this is simple calculations, right. You can do that on your own, right. Here in the denominator we have 1 minus x1 which I am replacing here by x2, ठीक है, मैं यहाँ x2 से replace कर दे रहा हूँ. Let's equate it with 0, right. Let's equate it to 0. So on the right hand side we have 0, right, and we have to check for which value of x1, right, for which value of x1 this left hand side value also becomes 0, right. So after doing the calculations, what I checked was for the value of x1 to be equal to 0.5, ठीक है, x1 की 0.5 वैल्यू के लिए क्या होता है, this left hand side becomes 0. So let's see how it does. 5 minus 10 times of 0.5 plus RT times of ln of x1 की वैल्यू यहाँ पे 0.5 है, so x2 की भी वैल्यू 0.5 होगी because x1 plus x2 is equal to 1, right. और guys आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे 5 minus 5 plus ln 1 is 0, right. So it will come up to be 0. So for x1 equal to 0.5, the value of Gibbs free energy change of mixing is going to be 0, right, is going to be minimum, actually is going to be minimum, right. So this was in this problem we had a use of entropy change of mixing, right. In the upcoming videos when we do the problems based on solution thermodynamics, we shall see more such questions where we will be involving these changes in the thermodynamic properties after mixing, right. So guys, these were the 3 problems that we discussed. We will come up with more problems on entropy, right, in the upcoming videos. Till then, what you can do, you can subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any update. Thank you all for watching the video. We'll meet you in the next video soon with more number of amazing questions. Thank you so much for listening. We shall meet you soon. Goodbye.